Hi YouTube, how you guys doing? My name is Faven. I hope you guys are doing well. So I did a video filming this whole entire look and I lost the video. So we're gonna just talk about what I was talking about as I was doing the video in this video. But this channel is about growth, self-realization. There might be makeup here and there, and other things that I'm doing, but mostly it's going to be business wise and getting better to what we're doing as human beings and actually getting better with your own self. I'm talking about majorly what I'm going to be doing for me. So 2019 has been a really rough year, was a really rough year. I was so happy 2019 was over, but at the same time, I've learned so much in 2019. There's so many lessons in 2019. So many things happened. I got my car towed, legally towed. I had to pay money to get my car out. All the utilities got cut off around the same time of the month. Fun. I had spent almost $4,000 getting my utilities to zero. And what else? I realized the school I was going for is not what I want to do really. And my business then flopped yet again. So all those things happened. But every single thing that has happened, which was a setback and also something that helped me to move forward, I have learned from. And I really wanted to share that with you guys to see if anybody is going through the same thing that I'm going through, that maybe the things that I'm saying you guys can implement into your life and maybe it could help you out too. So it's just a little bit of, I don't know, New Year's giving, I guess you could say. So if you really want to watch, this is a long intro, but if you really want to keep on watching, make sure you do. As you're doing, make sure you give the video a thumbs up after you're done watching it, and if you like it, and make sure you subscribe, and don't worry about the two-tone blushes, because they're two different ones. I was trying them out and I like them both. But with that being said, let's continue to the video. So 2019, like I said, has been a really rough year, but at the same time, I've learned so much from it. I have learned to really trust in myself and the process that I'm going through. That is the process that's right for me. I have learned to keep my mouth shut and to really think about what I'm doing to myself and with my husband, and making sure that we have a clear communication what's going on in our home and outside our home. And what's our business is our business, and that's it. There's nobody else's business. Because when you allow somebody else's business into your business, you end up seeing yourself as being so judgy, and if somebody else judge you, you will react to in a negative way. So I have learned not to judge somebody else's process. That is their life, that is their process. If they need my help, I will help them, but I'm not going to enable them. That's a big word. Enable, not like a big scientific word, but you know, it's a big word for this video. Enable. And reason why I'm sorry, my voice is trying to go because I have strep throat and I've been coughing all day. Finally, coughing has subsided, so my throat is kind of bothering me right now, so it might be a little scratchy later on throughout the video. I apologize for that. Trying to rehydrate and not try to get dehydrated because, you know, I've been sweating so much. I'm on prednisone. We'll talk about that in another video. But let's talk about this lip gloss. This is from where's this from? This is from H&M. This is like barely any transfer. I love it. It was $1. I'm definitely going back when I feel better. Just hopefully I will take it with me. It is this one. It is called Secret Pink. I love this. I will try to buy all of them the next time I go, if they still have some. But anyways, all right, so we are going to talk about not enabling people to do their own work, not enable people to basically fight for themselves and figure things out. And if they don't figure things out, that is their problem. Period. That is their problem. I can't say that enough. That is their problem. You can't fix everybody, and you shouldn't. You can't fix everyone's problems, and you shouldn't. No one is fixing your problem, so why should you have to fix everybody else's problem? You can help. But at the end of the day, everybody's grown, around me at least. Everyone is grown. Sorry, it's makeup. I make my makeup, my makeup wipe. Everybody's grown. They could do what they can do for themselves, and that is that. I can't force somebody to do better in their life if they don't want to do better in their life. I can't force somebody to have them to look at, sorry, I just keep on looking at myself, to have them look at what you're trying to show them, but if they don't want to see what you're trying to show them, then they don't want to know. People will allow to enable themselves or the people that they are with to make excuses, because I have done it. I am going to be honest and real with you guys. I have allowed excuses. What someone told me, excuses are like buttholes and they all stink. Everybody has them and they all stink. Somebody said that to me before, and it's so true. Everybody has excuses. Everybody has challenges. Everybody has difficulty things that they're going through, and is not an excuse. Certain excuses are like, okay, my legs just got cut off, I can't go to that race, or I am really, really ill and I'm very contagious, so I can't make products right now because I don't want to cross-contaminate anything. Like if you're sick, you have upper respiratory infection, and you're a cook, you can't go to work because you're sick. You will contaminate. Either, it doesn't matter how much you clean your hands and whatever, you will cross-contaminate something. So those are some things that, those are not excuses, those are legitimate reasons. But when you say, well, I can't work right now because I don't like taking public transportation. Not an excuse. When I moved out of state and lived somewhere else with my family, I didn't care if I didn't have a license. I found public transportation. I found where to go, how to go. I took myself. I didn't ask nobody for money or anything like that. I found 2 jobs. I worked my butt off. I moved back to Ohio. Moved with my boyfriend. We got married. That's 15 years ago. But you can't make excuses. Now, I made a lot of excuses for my business, and I will tell you the excuses that I made. And I can admit to those excuses because I've had a long thought about these excuses, and the past couple of days they didn't make sense to me anymore. It's like, because especially being quarantined in my room for the last 2 days, like there's so much YouTube you could watch, there's so much Hulu you could watch before your eyes feel like they're about to pop out of your damn body. And so you have the time to reflect, and those 2 days I had time to reflect. I mean, I'm not saying like, oh, Jesus came down and he helped me show me my wrong ways. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that I put a lot of excuses for myself to not do what I'm supposed to do, to give myself definitely plenty legitimate excuses, but they were still excuses. So excuses of not having all my utility paid off yet, not having space to work, not having the time to work, or not having the materials to do things. And those are excuses because I was afraid to be successful, because I kept on failing. I kept on failing and failing and failing. But what I have realized is failure is very important. It's as important as being successful. It's even more important than being successful. And it took me a very long time to realize that. And when I first heard it, I'm like, man, you a bunch of BS. Why would you want to fail? Why? Who sets out to fail? Like who? But if you look at these people that have made millions and millions and millions of dollars, they would tell you that they were so happy that they failed numerous times numerous times. They failed beyond more than they have succeeded. It's important to fail. It is important to scuff your knees. Your knees are bleeding, your elbows are bleeding, you're frustrated, you're yelling, you're screaming, you're throwing things. It's important because those are the things that build. One is they build character. Two, they build tough skin, because you need tough skin to deal with any type of business that you're going through, especially if you're dealing with live customers. Three, you end up actually getting experience. You learn, you live, and you learn. And four, you end up being more into what you're doing, and you actually know it. You know it. This is you now. You have gone at this numerous times. You've done it and done it and done it and done it. You failed and failed and failed and failed, and then bam, success. But success does not come overnight, and that's where I was wrong. I thought if I made a couple of lotions, I sold them here, I sold them there, bam, I'm successful. No, that's not how it works. With hard work, with not having yourself being, not comparing you with somebody else. That's very important. Do not compare your struggles with somebody else's struggles, because when you do that, you end up seeing, oh, well, they're successful. How they become successful and I'm not. Don't do that, because that will tear you down. You are your own worst enemy, and you will always tell yourself the worst things that you could tell yourself instead of having to build yourself up. You're like, well, Johnny is like so successful, like he's doing he's selling so many lotions, so many bar this, so many bar that. But what we're not seeing is how many years has he been doing this? How long has he struggled? You might not hear all the struggles that he's going to tell you. You're only going to see the success. That's all you're going to see. You're going to only see the outer surface of that person. Like right now, you're only going to see me for what I show you, because this is the only part I'm showing you. You don't see that the other thing that's going inside of me, because I'm only going to show you what I want you to know. And a lot of people, they're not going to show you or tell you the struggles they went through, because that is their struggle, and they don't have to tell nobody that. They are not entitled to tell anybody about the struggles that they went through, because that is their struggle. Your struggle is going to be different from my struggle, because we're not doing the same thing. Even if we're doing exactly the same thing, we are two different human beings. We can be identical twins, joined at the hip. We're still two different people with our own minds. Our own train of thought is different. We could have grown up together, lived in the same house, slept in the same bed. We are our own individuals. So your process is going to be different than my process. So me concentrating on that person's process and how they got to where they need to be, it's going to take away the time that I'm going to be thinking about how my process, how I'm going to get there. So if I say, okay, well, they say, well, I did the hard work, did the hard work, grind, sacrifice, this and that. That's what the hard work is going to be entailing. So you do your process, what's right for you and your family and your own hard work, you will make it. And I know I will, but I can't make it and do all of these I want to do if I'm constantly worrying about other people and their process and what they're doing in their life. I can't do that anymore. I can't concentrate on what Gatorade is doing. I can't concentrate on what Bath and Body Works is doing. I can't concentrate on what I'm pretending to people like Paper Towels doing. I can't concentrate on what those three people are doing. I can't, because when I'm concentrating on their life is getting better, because I'm helping to concentrate their life. I'm helping to get them where they need to be. But my life is being put in the back burner, putting my energy, my thought, my process onto somebody else's, making them to be better where they need to be, or having them to be where they're supposed to be. But then I'm stuck in the back like a fool, not knowing what to do. So don't do that. I'm telling myself not to do that. And I'm not saying, well, 2020 starts, no, I started that before 2020. And I told someone, plain out, I said, you know what? I don't even care. So I don't care what people do anymore. I cannot concentrate on what someone is doing and not doing. So if you're not going to pay your bills, you're not going to pay your bills. If you're not going to grind to go get another job to pay your bills, I shouldn't be held responsible to pay your bills. If you're not going to go and really work on yourself first before you get into a relationship, I can't help you every time you call me and crying. I can't. What I want to tell you is I told you not to do it. Point blank, you are a grown-ass person. Be it, right? So same thing as business, school, work. I've learned to keep my mouth shut. I've learned to not tell everybody everything. Because when you tell everybody everything, I'm telling you, they are there with, let's say this is a pen and this is your notebook, right? They're like, you said what again? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And you said you're going to go where and do that? And how much did it cost? Really? Oh, okay. Who did you talk to again? Mm-hmm. What time was that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In a couple of weeks, what you said, they done it already. To the T. Because you already gave it to them word for word, chapter per chapter. I didn't open the book and read it for you already, so what's the point of you reading it? Don't tell everybody everything you're doing. And I promised myself I'm not doing that anymore. Even to my family members. Hey, what's going on? Good. How are you? Good. If they're not going to come on and ask me, hey, how's business going? How's this going? How's that? I'm not going to tell you because that means you are not interested to know. So if you're not going to come on and ask me, there's no point in me telling you. So if I go to the bank and I'm depositing money, some places, if they know me well enough, like my bank, she'll write down my what I have on my account and she'll give it to me. If people that I don't know, they're not going to do that because I didn't ask them. I didn't ask them to give me my balance, so they're not going to give me my balance. I'm not, if they are standing like, can I help you? They're going to stand there. They're like, I need to tell them what I need, and then they'll tell me what I need from them, what they need from me. So from now on, no, I didn't say not from now on, but I've started implementing this before New Year's. I am not going to be an open book any longer. Yeah, I'll tell you something here, I'll tell you something there. Like, you don't believe what just happened today. Like, blah, 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 blah. But other than that, like, what's actually going on deep in me, like deep inside, like what's going on, especially to nobody, not even to your mom. My mother even told me that. Don't even tell me about what's going on between you and your husband. Don't. Yeah, you can talk like, man, he just really pissed me off today. Like, he did this and that. That's that. Period. Because I've learned this also. Others will tell you what you want, what they want you to know, and period. They were like, oh yeah, I didn't tell you that blah, 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 blah happened. This is like huge. Like, what? What you mean you didn't tell me? I told you everything. But you're not going to tell me. Because when it comes right, like, and then I just catch myself, I'm like, no, change the subject right away. No, we're not doing that anymore. We're not doing that anymore. We're not going to be an open book any longer. We're going to be that book that people want to know, want to read. Be not like mysterious, but at the same time, tell them enough not to be conceited, but don't tell them enough not to be taken seriously. Because when you become an open book and you tell them everything, there's nothing for them to want to know from you any longer. You've done told them everything. So what is there that they want to know from you? They've gotten everything from you. They've gotten how to run a business from you. They've gotten how much you got in your account. They know how to get in between you and your man or you and your woman. They know how you have how your finances is, how your husband's finances are, what you've been doing with your money. They know everything about you. everything. And everything they know about you can come back and hunt you back and will bite you in the back, honestly, because it has happened to me before. It will bite you in the back and you're like, wow, I didn't know that person that was capable of doing so. So if you are a person like that, who's like a person like me, stop. I'm begging you, stop. Because it will hurt you at the long end. You'll be the one who's left behind while everybody is being hanging out, doing this, doing that, and nobody. When I say nobody will ask, hey, you want to go out somewhere? Like, why didn't y'all ask me? Oh, you didn't think we're gonna come? Why not? I mean, I don't drink alcohol because I'm allergic to alcohol. I'm not going to go somewhere that's dangerous because that's just stupid. So if you're going to go to a dangerous part of the neighborhood, yeah, I'm not coming. If that's the only place y'all going, then don't invite me. But if y'all going to a nice neighborhood and it's nice, it's somewhere, you know, lit and it's somewhere safe, I'll go as long as you ask me. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm coming, because I'm not that type of person that's just going to interject into somebody else's especially if they're going out. 2, I'm a type of person that always says, don't tell me something at the last minute. I'm not going to jump and do something because you asked me to. No, I have definitely I stopped that a while ago. If you want to do something, you need to let me know ahead of time. 2 or 3 days ahead of time. Hey, on Saturday, you want to go out on Saturday? Let's say it's Wednesday. You know what? Yeah, I ain't doing nothing on Saturday. Let's go on Saturday. Cool. First of all, I need to see what me and my husband are doing. There might be something he has planned, or maybe I have planned something for us. So don't assume just because you called and you want to all of a sudden out of nowhere want to go out and hang out, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, sure. First of all, I need to see how my bank is. I have learned from my husband that he'll say, oh, I ain't got no money. And then I check the safe. We got money. No, we don't. I said, it's right there. I can see it. My own eyes. He's like, no, that's not money. I'm like, then what is it? Like, it is money, but it is savings. It's not to be touched. Savings is different than spending money. Savings is something happens to you, to me, to my car, to your car, or to a family member, or whatever. We have the money to do it. But if we just go willy-nilly spending money, we have nothing saved. We have nothing to fall back on. I'm like, but I really want to do this. Like, no, we're not doing it. And then I'll get upset, get an attitude, and go to bed. But I was not thinking right. This happened for a long period of time. I'm not thinking right. Like, man, I ain't got no money because I'm spending everything that I got. Buying BS that I'll go $1. Oh, it's just $1 stuff. It's just $20. It's just $30. It's just $50. And this, but the thing is, those $20, those $30, the $40 will add up. Instead of going ahead and investing in something that you want, let's say, for example, makeup. I want makeup brush. Instead of going and buying one makeup brush here, one makeup brush there, one makeup brush, buy a set. Save your money, buy a set. When you buy a set, you have one set of one company that you like. You use that. Then if you want to invest in more, then you can go ahead and invest in more, because now you have good quality brushes that you don't have to constantly replace because they keep on breaking on you. Or you buying cheap Amazon brushes and this happens within a week of you buying it. So you save up your money, or you wait until something goes on sale and you buy it. Same thing as makeup. Instead of buying these cheap makeups from Dollar Tree and stuff, unless you're doing like a little project, okay, that's fine. But find a brand that you like, that really agrees with you and your budget, and you stick with that. And if there's something that you want to splurge on, use those as treats. Like, okay, I've done really well for the past couple of months. This makeup company came up with this new thing. I really want to try it. I'm going to treat myself, but make sure that you have done everything else that needs to be taken care of first before you go and buy this unnecessary item. It's not necessary for you to have makeup. It's not necessary for me to have a ring light. It's not necessary. Like, I can wait until it's nice and bright outside to do video. But it's something that I wanted. I work hard. I had the extra money, so I went ahead and bought it. But I made sure all of my affairs were in order before I bought the $50 light thing. And then I went ahead and bought another one for like $20 something because I knew everything was taken care of. If I want to right now, well, if I leave the house, my husband's going to find out. But if I was not sick, I can go and buy myself whatever I want to because I have the money to do so. But I'm not, because it's not needed. That's something I need to learn. Buy and do something that is needed. For example, my birthday was on January 10th. If I wanted to, I could have went out and did like a fancy dinner. No, I didn't. Because I'd rather be at home with my husband and eating dinner together, watch a movie, pass out on the couch, and just enjoy. I took the time that day to spend time with myself. One thing I've learned is to really take the opportunity to spend time with yourself, because you're not going to get that. You're not going to get that. Once that day is gone, that day is gone. You can't rewind. You can't play back. You can't stop and do over. There's no do over once that day is gone. The day is gone. So I've learned to take time for yourself. I've been doing this for a while. Maybe about a year or two. I have been taking a day, if I can, to myself. I don't have to buy a damn thing. But I will go to the mall by myself, put on my AirPods, listen to music, and just cruise. Just walk around, go to different stores, look at stuff. If I want to buy something, I will. If I don't, I don't. I'll get something to eat, something to drink. Just like have personal time. I know that some people don't have that opportunity because they have children. I'm sorry that you don't have the opportunity, but I don't have any kids. So I will take this opportunity that I don't have kids to have a personal time with myself. I tell my husband too, like, take the time that you need for yourself. Like, I'll be upstairs in my office in this room doing stuff and leave him alone, because people need that. Even it could be 10 minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes of time to themselves, to regroup, to rethink, to refresh. So I've been implementing that for myself, and I don't feel guilty. People are like, well, why didn't you ask me to come along? Because I didn't want no one to be with me. Sorry, like I just wanted to be by myself, and it's okay to admit that. It is very okay. I didn't admit it. I have not admitted it in a long time, but I will go ahead and hang out by myself, and I did on my birthday. I hung out by myself. I did what I had to do in the morning. I had to get my new ID. I had to take care of things in the bank. After I did all of that, I hung out by myself, and it felt great. The next day, I hung out with my best friend, which is great as well. We had a good time, but I've learned to take time for me, because if I don't take time for me now, and then let's say we have kids or adopt kids later on in life, I'm like, man, I've had those 15 years to take time to myself to do what I want for myself, and I didn't get a chance to. I don't want to have any regrets when I get to a certain age or when I'm on my deathbed. I don't want any regrets. What else would I would say? I think that's pretty much about it. Yeah, my voice is trying to go. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I would consider to be something that I am going to be implementing more in 2020, especially not being so open. I mean, when I do videos, stuff like that, I'm not going to be like transparent open, because that's when like, you know how big YouTubers, the drama stuff, that's how you end up getting into drama, because you end up being a full open book, which some people live their life online. That's their choice. That's none of my business. Second of all is, have your nose in your own business, not anybody else's. I am trying to learn not to judge people's process, people's train of thoughts, because sometimes it does not make sense to me. It does not make sense to me at all. But I have learned to say, you know what, that is your process, that is your train of thought, that is your life, that is not mine. But when stuff hits the fan, don't turn around and look at me. Because I will say my piece. That's one thing this year I will say. I will say what needs to be said. After I said one time, it's your responsibility to hear what I say. And if you have not heard what I said, that is your responsibility, but I will not repeat it again. That is something I'm definitely trying to work on, because I definitely had to pull somebody to the side and say, come the F on. Really? Is this what we're doing? Is this what you're allowing your life to be? I had to pull my coworker to the side and talk, like, come on. This is not how we work. This is not how we operate in this clinic. And this is it's not acceptable. Get your ish together and let's move on. But you can't teach anybody anything that they don't want to listen to. So everybody has their own process. They gotta do their own thing their own way. Like, I'm about to do my own thing my own way. So yeah. But that is it for this video, because my throat is getting really parched. And I need to take this makeup off because, what time is it? It is 4:19. Is it? No, it's 5. I'm like, I remember starting this video at 4:20. I'm like, yeah, something is going on with my computer. I need to fix it. But that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And if you agree with anything I said, make sure you leave in a comment what I said that may kind of like stuck to you. And yeah, that's about it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And I will talk to you on the next video. It will probably be right after this one. Bye. Thank you.